Ryan Dunn making his return to the cage, Titans cage, this time at the Muay Thai ranks. He's no stranger to the cage, Titans cage. He's fought here plenty of times before. He's tough, he's durable, he's got more heart than anybody else in there. It is so tough to get him out. And he's just a devastating striker with big power, really big 85er. And talking with him beforehand, he knows that Jarrid DiGangi has really superior hands. He's got a really crisp boxing, and he's looking to smother him with clinch work and just beat him up in tight for this round. He's going in with a strategic mindset, and he's watched footage on him, thinks that he can keep things in close range and just pepper away at the body until he gets the finish.
And again, like we keep saying for these Muay Thai fights, being a good boxer is a great base, but I mean, boxing doesn't necessarily win Muay Thai fights because again,
because punches don't count.
Yeah, because I mean, punches count. I mean, nobody wants to get punched in the face, but you punch somebody 4 times in the face, they kick you in the arm once, that's going to be scoring higher in the judges' eyes if the judges are scoring Thai kind of criteria.
Very true. Playing devil's advocate to that, I remember last time we saw Sienna Milton and Miller.
Was it Applied Martial Arts?
Milton was her last name.
Sienna Minton?
No, Minton. No, sorry, Minton. No, you're right. Was it Kate Allen?
Yes.
Kate Allen, yeah. So Allen had a great boxing base, and though Sienna Minton, has a lot of Muay Thai experience, the hands made all the difference. She came in, and like you said, it was all about the setup, but oh boy, did she set them up, hurt her opponent with the hands, doing a couple kicks for good measure. Although also very dominant knees in the clinch, so maybe that actually had a lot to do with it as well. I guess what we'll find out is how his
and that's 100% right. If you have like really good boxing, and then you also learn the Thai game, and you like have a sound like Muay Thai game in and of itself, that makes a whole nother level of striker. Because that's kind of like, even in Thailand, when the foreigners go over to Thailand, I mean, not so much anymore because kind of like the game's evolving, but that's the way that the foreigners would always jump on the Thais right out the gate, because the Thais usually start slow in the first, second round while everybody's placing their bets in the crowd. But the hands, that was what always made the difference. If you were going to beat a Thai, it was going to be via the hands, because they didn't train their boxing to the point where it's going to be that slick and that crisp and everything like that. I mean, not that they can't throw their hands if they need to, obviously, but they're more focused on their legs, their knees, their elbows. But it's like, if you can have that good like boxing game, like some of the greatest fighters of all time in Thailand, Sema Payakarun, pretty much known as the greatest Thai fighter from all time, and he was actually like a WBC champ in boxing. He was a boxing champion just in and of that sport. And but that's one of the reasons why he was the greatest at Muay Thai, because he could play both games.
Jarrid DiGangi definitely can play both games. I've had the pleasure of sparring with him. He prepped me for my first Muay Thai fight a couple of years back, and his hands are he's got such good control. He rips to the body very nicely, and he's just been adding kicks to his toolbox. So let's see him put him to the test. He's 0-1 in Muay Thai, fell short in a decision in Vermont a few months ago, but he's looking to bounce into the win column here tonight against Ryan Dunn as he makes that walk into the cage.
Now, you mentioned that Dunn was looking to make it a dirty fight, get in the clinch with DiGangi. I'm curious, Chip, how you think DiGangi's clinch has been?
I couldn't even tell you, because I have not trained with him for a very long time. Last time I sparred with Jarrid, it was when he was focusing primarily on boxing. And now he's been doing most of his training at Lausanne, so.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I guess we'll find out. So, middleweight, about 24 years of age for the two of them. 186 for Ryan Dunn, 181. DiGangi coming in a little light. 6'2 for Dunn, 6'3 for DiGangi. 75-inch reach to 76 reach. And Andy, take it away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the 7th bout of the evening. An amateur Muay Thai contest at middleweight, scheduled for 3 rounds, 2 minutes apiece. Introducing to you first, standing in the red corner. This man stands at 6 feet 2 inches tall, and he weighed in at 186 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for this independent warrior making his Muay Thai debut. Let's hear it for Ryan Dunn! And now introducing his opponent standing across from him in the blue corner with an amateur Muay Thai record of 0-1. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall and he weighed in at 181 pounds. He's representing Luzon MMA. Let's hear it for Jarrid DiGangi. Our referee for this contest is Alexius Phoenix.
All right, here we go. Let's see if Jarrid can use that crisp boxing and that long reach to keep Dunn at bay.
Ryan Dunn in. Only fight canceled, Joe. Ryan Dunn in the white trunks. Jarrid DiGangi in the black trunks. Cage doors shut and unlocked, and here's our 7th fight of the evening underway. Nice leg kick early.
Big leg kick right out the gate.
Another one.
I'm liking those feints from DiGangi, the boxing experience showing.
Nice check.
Good check and return. There we go. Little Thai skill. Trying to pump that jab out there.
Beautiful
Dunn
job.
with the underhooks. Eats a big knee though. Dirty boxing.
That's kind of like a headlock and playground swing. Hey, going for the body kick, but a nice block.
Well, I guess he did say he wants to throw DiGangi off his game by being untraditional.
Beautiful leg kicks
Heavy
from
leg
Ryan
kicks.
Dunn. That's starting to, they're starting to pay a toll.
Dunn looking pretty good so far.
Yeah.
I am impressed.
I'm impressed with the checks that Jarrid's managed to block some of those kicks with. Ryan's definitely trying to be super aggressive right now and kind of landing some big shots.
Big combos from Ryan Dunn.
DiGangi ties up to the dropping knees and a takedown. Good timing on that.
Kind of just pulled him over off guard on that one. Jarrid's got a circle, use that jab, use that footwork a little bit.
These are big middleweights here, gentlemen.
DiGangi in the Thai shorts, Dunn in MMA shorts. It almost reminds me of what you're saying about the Americans coming in, throwing hands heavy, you know, at a different pace than you might expect in a Thai fight. Reaching down for the knee, that's
beautiful.
Yeah, that's a no-no. That is not the way you want to defend knees right there. They're lucky you can't knee to the head right now as amateurs, because if you're leaning over, you're going to kiss one of those sooner or later.
Never fun. Just missing with the right hand is DiGangi.
So 1-1-2.
Ryan Dunn still having the most success finding the range.
Big right hand right down the middle.
DiGangi looks so crisp with his hands, but Dunn is just
almost
aggressive in landing them.
It almost looks like Dunn's trying to go for like a double leg, the way he's bending over.
He's just winging everything into those overhand rights, and he's catching DiGangi as he eats a nice
good combination.
2-3 from DiGangi.
Good combo.
Ate a 3-piece no soda on that one.
I mean, Ryan Dunn coming out exploding with leg kicks, and then he lands some bombs upstairs from the hands of his own. DiGangi trying to set up openings with feints, but Dunn just walking through everything, landing the heavier shots. Good clinch exchanges, a nice dump from DiGangi off of the knees.
I would really like to hear from you, Chip, how you would score that fight, that round.
I mean, I think Jarrid landed the cleaner shots. Dunn definitely landed some big overhands, but a lot of it was, it seemed like I mean, the action was going so fast-paced that it's hard to see, but it seemed like it was just a lot of, like, aggression without a lot landing super clean and crisp. It looked like Jarrid's technique was a little bit crisper, and that's one thing about Muay Thai as well. It's not just what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. It's the balance and everything like that. In Thailand, that plays a factor. If you're losing your balance, if you're kind of rushing forward, and it's the aesthetic almost that's being judged as well as like the effects of your strikes.
The damage definitely piling up in favor for Ryan Dunn, as he was able to hurt DiGangi with a couple of good leg kicks and the bigger punches throughout that round.
Yeah, that's an interesting dynamic in this fight, is the damage versus the scoring. And, you know, if enough damage
Beautiful leg kick again from Ryan Dunn.
The score may not even matter by the end of it.
And, I mean, Jarrid did land that big, solid combo at the end of that first round. I mean, I don't think either of them are that hurt or damaged right now. We'll see once this second round plays out, though.
Ryan Dunn just forcing himself forward, getting into a phone booth.
And see, that's why I talk about the balance there. He's just kind of like rushing forward so aggressively that he's taking himself off balance. That's a no-no in Muay Thai.
DiGangi definitely the more fluid mover, but Ryan Dunn just as durable as they make him, and he hits hard.
He is putting leather on his opponent despite not looking nearly as aesthetic. Again, not a lot of kicks from either party so far, which is making this Difficult, although good knees.
DiGangi putting a couple of nice combinations together, lands a nice flush uppercut in that exchange as well. Starting to find a home for those hands.
Dunn's best friend so far has been that big overhand right and those leg kicks. Jarrid has landed a few knees as well, though. But,
big overhand left from Dunn off the break of the clinch, backs DiGangi up. They both exchange jabs.
When it all boils down, Dunn, that's good, a couple more good knees in there. Looks like he's kind of slowing down a little bit, but Dunn is kind of a brawler almost, and Jarrid is a boxer. It's a Muay Thai rule set, but I mean,
beautiful knee to the bread basket, takes Dunn off of his feet. He'll get a standing count here, but that was just textbook. Cut the corner, fired it off, right into the solar plexus.
That's what I was saying earlier about Dunn kind of leaning over. In that clinch, you want to stand tall. You want to kind of decrease that distance between yourself so the opponent doesn't have room to throw those knees in there. Nice jab from Dunn.
Oh, looks like he's trying to walk him down with those knees now.
Trying to look for those knees again, which, I mean, that's the right thing I would do. Yep.
Finds one.
Trying to dig to the body. Nice left hook to the body.
Yeah, he hurt him to the body, I think.
What a round. Both of these guys just really digging at each other. Trying to hurt. First knockdown scored for DiGangi with a textbook knee to the solar plexus. Started working the body with the hands as well. Definitely getting some momentum shifting
I'd
in
say
his
he
favor.
shifted the momentum for sure in that one.
Yeah, I think he remembered it's a Muay Thai fight, not a boxing match.
Yeah.
You have those knees, you got to use those knees, especially when your opponent's bending over like that at the waist. Oh man, that's kind of just serving it up for you.
And a lot of times when someone is coming in heavy with the hands, a knee is one of the few things that can slow them down.
I want to take a look at that left leg of Jarrid DiGangi. It's taken a bunch of punishment there. You can see some redness kind of on that outside thigh of Jarrid DiGangi. Ryan Dunn's found a lot of success with that low leg kick.
Dunn came
opened
up
up every round with it.
Early with hard leg kicks and big hands, and I think we forgot about the leg kicks because those hands were pretty attention grabbing.
Yeah. I mean, again, if they didn't have shin guards on, those leg kicks would be paying much more, like a much higher dividend for them than they are right now with the shin guards. But still, I mean, these guys.
All right, sold. We got to get rid of those.
I mean, tell the commission. But I mean, still though, neither of these guys are probably used to getting kicked in the leg that much, so their legs probably is still feeling it a little bit, even with the shin guards. Not that Jarrid's throwing that many of them.
Nice keep from DiGangi. Ooh, big right hand
and a counter right back from Dunn. Dunn's trying to go for that leg kick again. He just needs to learn how to set that leg kick up with his punches.
Nice big left hook from Jarrid DiGangi.
See, and that would have been a great time to throw that leg kick right after that left hook. Typical like textbook Thai combination. Left hook, right leg kick.
I think I've seen you do that once or twice.
No, once or twice.
Per round.
See, he's throwing that kick just naked, without setting it up.
Worried about that
those knees are going to eat him up if he doesn't.
You could see Dunn cringing away from it before he even threw.
Yeah,
he might be hurt to the body.
He's thinking about it. Big left hook from Jarrid. And now Jarrid needs to throw those. He needs to throw those knees, man. He needs to get in that clinch and let those knees rip. I think that'll be the key to a stoppage.
I would like to see some of that Muay Thai marching to really scare Dunn about the knees. Although that'll do too.
Nice right hand to the body from DiGangi, but he's walking a little gingerly on that left leg as he eats another leg kick.
Gingerly, was that a pun? He's redheaded, or?
Ooh, beautiful body work. Oh, and here they come.
I didn't even put two and two together there, but yes, that was
the body work from Jarrid
nice
is the key. Going downstairs.
Yeah, whether with his hands or his knees.
There we go. Kick. There's that left hook.
Almost catches him in the head that time. You can tell the effect, especially because of how Dunn is blocking those with both hands.
Yeah, and he's kind of shying away from the knees. Whenever they're in the clinch, he's kind of turning his back. See, right away, he kind of drops his hands.
in anticipation for those knees coming up.
And all that is just I don't know how often he trains in the clinch. Beautiful combo. Oh, another beautiful left knee to the body. Oof.
And that does it. And 3 rounds in the books.
And I think actually looking at the effects that these blows have had on each fighter, it sort of shows why the scoring is the way it is, because those knees, they should score. They do damage.
Absolutely.
That was a great performance by both men, both guys landing their damaging blows. Ryan Dunn came out firing with a purpose in that first round. landing devastating leg kicks, big bombs over the top, and then DiGangi just flipped the momentum in that second round with that big knee to the body that dropped Ryan Dunn, kept the momentum throughout the fight, definitely paid dividends to the cardio of Ryan Dunn, but a barn burner from bell to bell, great action from both guys. I'm excited to see how the scorecard gets developed.
Yeah, you can definitely tell if both these guys like kind of, I mean, obviously they're only in their first few Muay Thai fights. Once they polish up the game a little bit and learn the extra little wrinkles it takes to set up those leg kicks for Dunn's case, to set up those knees for Jarrid, using his boxing to set up his kicks and his knees. I mean, and using the aggression and the strength on Dunn's part, you'll see some very talented fighters.
I agree with you that they both showed great potential for Muay Thai if they're able to set up those techniques that they found success with a little bit more smoothly, putting it all together.
It's a whole different rhythm, different aesthetic, different balance, different everything from MMA or even boxing. So it definitely is like a whole different game that you have to learn and get good at if you're going to be competing in Muay Thai.
That being said, that was an exciting fight, and sort of what I like, to be honest, about the cage fight flavor, bringing in the crossover from the MMA fighters, is that sometimes you'll get some good clean Muay Thai, sometimes you'll get some hectic, frantic fisticuffs, which is what we just saw, and I loved it.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for these two warriors. After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. With scores of 29-27, 29-27, and 30-26, we have your winner by unanimous decision, Jarrid DiGangi.
Like I said, great potential, great fight, 2 tough dudes. It's just, I mean, the only thing is just honing the technique. Honing the technique is everything.
Well, I think the best way to facilitate that would be to set them up with some more fights at Cage Chains and
Absolutely.
keep them coming.
For sure.
All right, Jarrid DiGangi climbing into the win column with a unanimous decision victory, and all 3 judges scored that second round at 10-8 as I was watching him write it out, so that knockdown definitely solidified it for him. What a fantastic fight from both men.